Hello everyone. I am Hema Satish Sharma from Pratap World School, Pathankot. I am going to take the chapter Nutrition in Animals for class 7. First of all, we will discuss the content of the topic. First, the content is divided into recap and introduction, digestion in humans, and the digestion in humans is divided into following subhead: introduction to human digestive system, digestion in mouth, peristalsis and digestion in stomach, digestion in small intestine, liver and pancreas as digestive glands, large intestine, digestion in ruminants like grass or grass eating animals, feeding and digestion in amoeba. So first we will discuss why do we require food. The food is required by any organism because of the following needs, and these needs are to obtain energy, to obtain materials for growth, and to obtain materials for repair of the damaged parts of the body. So we require food for these following reasons. These are to obtain energy, to obtain materials for growth, and to obtain material for repairing of damaged parts. Now the components of food. The components of food are classified into carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and these are also called nutrients, and these are required by our body to perform the different functions in the body. Now we'll discuss modes of nutrition. Modes of nutrition can be classified into autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which an organism produces its own food, like plants or green plants. Green plants produce their own food by the process of photosynthesis, whereas heterotrophic mode of nutrition, organisms are not able to produce its own food. That is why they are dependent on either plants or animals for their nutrition needs. Now, heterotrophic mode of nutrition can again be classified into holozoic mode of nutrition. In this, organism feed solid organic matter and digest it in the body, like humans, animals, and insectivorous plant. Saprophytes or saprophytism is a mode of nutrition in which an organism feed on dead and decay matter and it digests the food externally. Like in holozoic nutrition, the organism is feeding, ingesting solid organic matter and its digestion is happening inside the body. But in saprophytism, the digestion is occurring externally, that is outside the body. Now next is parasitism. Parasitism is obtaining nutrients from living organism. That means in this mode of nutrition, the organism derive its nutrition from another living organism. This can be either by living inside the body of the living organism or host, or it can be outside the body of the host. So the parasite which lives inside the body of the host is called endoparasite, and the living organism or the parasite which is living outside the body of the host is called ectoparasite. So here we can see parasite and host is the relationship. Parasite is deriving the nutrition from host. Example is fleas, lice and tapeworms. Now animal nutrition is the process of taking food. What is the name of the chapter? The name of the chapter is Nutrition in Animals. So animal nutrition is the process of taking food by an organism and its digestion, absorption and utilization in the body. So animal nutrition, the definition of the animal nutrition is the process in which we take food, digest it, absorb it and utilize it is called animal nutrition. The digestion in humans. The process of digestion is divided into or classified into 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So what are these 5 steps or the process of digestion? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Taking in food is called ingestion. So whenever we are taking food inside our body, the process is called ingestion. The breakdown of complex food substances to solubles of food substances which can be absorbed in the bloodstream is called digestion. So what is the definition of digestion? Digestion is breakdown of complex food substances into soluble food substances. Now absorption. Absorption is the absorption of digested food into the bloodstream of the organism so that it can be transported to the various cells. Now assimilation is transportation and use of absorbed food by body cells. Now the last process is egestion, and egestion is removal of undigested food, which we call defecation or passing of stools. So this is the process of digestion. Now human digestive system we will take in next lecture. Thank you so much.